Alright, back with another video. Let's get to it.
Too few? Who's using them, where, and how?
Stay away from my wife!
A love triangle turned deadly shootout when a Michigan man confronts his wife's lover.
This guy and my wife have been having an affair for 9.5 years.
Alright, for those who haven't watched it yet, who's in the wrong? The husband or the lover? Or the wife? Well, we all think the wife's in the wrong, but the husband or the lover. And who do you think shot? Well, they both probably shot it, but who do you think shot the wife? The husband or the man she's having an affair with?
Stay away from my wife! I don't even know what the
In the crossfire, the woman involved with both men is shot and killed.
Then he came back around and as we were leaving, shot my wife and killed her. Why would he do that? Like, she went there to talk to him, and this guy comes out like God Rambo.
But it was the husband, not the lover, who was charged with her murder.
When did the husband got charged?
It's a complicated story with lots of back and forth, so let's start with the people involved. First, there's Kimberly Malacone. She had relationships with both of the other players in this story. Then there's her husband, Matthew Malacone, and her alleged lover, Daniel Giannone. According to Matthew, there had been a long-standing relationship between Daniel and Kimberly.
This guy and my wife have been having an affair for 9.5 years.
A lot of the information we have about the case comes from Matthew's police interrogation in Macomb, Michigan. The recording of that interview was taken after the shooting, but it gives a good timeline of what led up to the deadly events. While the affair apparently started years before, Matthew said everything began again on July 12, 2022, when he and his wife discussed her affair.
I found out about it 6.5 years ago. And I found out about it again 45 days ago. And I said to her, "Is it over with?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Well, so how did the last conversation go? How'd you end it?"
Probably like, yes, it's over with you, nigga, not him.
And she didn't. I said, so you didn't end it. So it's the same as last time. You still, it's not ended. You guys didn't break up. So this guy's going to call you in a month. And she said, "You want me to break up with him?" I said, "That sounds about right." She goes, "Let's go." So we hopped in the car and went to his house. That conversation was 15 minutes before.
Someone will fuck up your life. And even if he didn't shoot her, she was not worth all this trial. You should just divorce her.
Before all this.
And you said that
Cheating for 9 years is wild.
this has been going on for nine years?
9.5 years.
9.5 years. And did they break it off at any point?
No.
How did this start? Do you have any idea?
They met at a bar somewhere on her 40th birthday. And then I found out when she was 43. And we had a nice talk. Do you love me? Yes. Okay, come back to me. And I trusted her, and I never looked at her phone. And then 6 years later, a friend says, "Hey, man, I think your wife's still seeing that guy." Mm-hmm. So I confronted her, and she didn't lie. She said, "Yeah, no, I have been. I'm sorry, you know." And I said, "Well, baby, I can't go on like this. I can't be, your husband and you cheating."
Yeah.
So either you break it off this time, or if I hear about it again, we're getting divorced.
Let's pause this story for a second to thank our sponsor, truthfinder.com, one of the largest public records search services in the world. Here's how it works. Go in my addresses and back.
You haven't seen them since February. You never told them, get lost, stop contacting me, we're breaking up.
Yeah.
Thing. And she goes, no. I said, so what? You're just going to wait around for him to call again? Because he'll do that, just like he has been. And she goes, well, that makes sense. She goes, I'll break it off. And I said, all right.
His wife's not even thinking about it in his eyes. Like, my wife's a booty call. Like, this dude calls you every 1, 3, 4 months. Hey, come over, drink, fuck. Then you go back to him. Some of them don't be thinking. I mean, guys do it to women too, but damn.
She goes, let's go now. I think it was 8:30 when we got there. It was light. Or just getting dark. 9 o'clock maybe.
So it was her idea to drive to his house to break it off with you?
Yeah, she wanted to prove it to me, you know. We were going to the house for her to tell him, stop calling me, I'm done with you. He's engaged too, you know. Just a show. He's cheating on his fiancée, she's cheating on me, you know. We went there for her to break. She was going to end it. And I said, I'll go with you. Make sure it's safe there, because he's got him and the girl there.
So as Matthew describes, he and Kimberly arrived at Daniel's home at about 8:30 or 9 p.m.
I don't want to hide from them anymore. What do we do?
Are we not men?
Daniel was in the garage at this point after having a barbecue with his family, and there's actually Ring video of this from earlier in the day.
Baby's parked right there. The door's gonna be locked. I'll open it and bring it to you.
Can you bring me a Coca-Cola?
Yes. What do you guys want to drink?
I don't know.
Coke? Can you guys split a Coke, you two? Yeah. It's gonna be too much sugar.
Too much sugar. All right. That should be a TV over here, huh?
You think it's going to jail?
But when Kimberly and Matthew arrived, it had already gotten dark.
Here's the garage. There's I think a couple like cars here. And I think there's another car here. Like this. And we pull up. Her and I get out of the car. As soon as I get out of the car, he comes out of the garage like this. Like a police officer. Right at my face. And I put my hands up. And I say, whoa, bro.
At this point, Daniel, the lover, fires a warning shot.
And she screams at him, Danny! And I said, stop with my wife.
Get out of here, bro.
No! Get out of here! Danny! Danny! I'll blow Danny!
Stop!
Get out of here! Danny!
I'll blow.
Stop it!
Stay away from my wife!
Stop it! Stop it!
What are you here for? Stay away from my wife! I don't even know what the
During this argument, Matthew pulled a .40 caliber pistol from his waistband and pointed it at Daniel before firing. Daniel was wounded in the foot during all this, but still managed to fire back. He ran out of the garage as Matthew followed. Additional Ring camera video picks up on this when Daniel runs toward another part of the house as Matthew follows. There are more gunshots fired before Matthew can be seen running from the screen. After that, Daniel yells out that he's been hit, this time in the knee. At this point, Daniel runs to his garage and grabs a handgun from his car.
Tasha! Ah! Never!
Meanwhile, Matthew rushes back to Kimberly near the garage.
You said there? Who else has a gun here? Get out of here. Let's go. Who else has a gun here? Let's go.
Matthew and Kimberly both run back to their vehicle and begin to drive off before more gunshots are fired.
No.
Yeah, where's the kid? Where's the kid?
30 on you.
Where's the kid? Get out of here.
Investigators later determined exactly what happened here. As Kimberly backed up the car, Matthew rolled down the passenger side window and fired at Daniel. Daniel then returned fire, and one of the shots hit Kimberly in the neck. She died as a result.
I ducked around to the back of this car here, and I pulled my firearm and I started shooting at him. He ran this way. I said, Kim, get in the car. We got in the car, we were backing out, and he shot my wife.
We're stomping on the gas.
When Kim was shot, she fell over to the side. He's shooting at us at this point. I hop from the passenger into the driver.
They be telling you there's 3 sides to the truth. The truth, your side, and their side. Cause they ain't lying, but he ain't telling the full truth.
Turn it, and it won't go. I got it, and I'm like this, you know? And it won't go. So then finally I put it in park and I get out and I go behind the vehicle, and that's where I called you.
Matthew describes the same scene several times.
I said, stop my wife or something. And as soon as I finished wife, bam. He shot one right, whizzed by my head. Then my wife yells, Danny! Like, I could see her thinking he's going to kill her husband. And he looked over, and that's all I needed, man. I got behind that car, I grabbed my firearm, I came over the hood, and I just started shooting. And he scurried towards the front of the house. I didn't go after him. I said, Kim, get in the car, let's go.
Yeah, he lied.
I should have jumped in the driver's seat.
Who was in the driver's seat?
Her.
She was in the driver's seat?
Yes, she drove.
She drove you both there?
Yes, and she jumped in the driver's seat. I jumped in the passenger seat the same way we arrived.
Throughout all this, Daniel's sister, who lives in a neighboring home, heard the gunshots and runs over to help.
I need to find the best way to learn math and science.
It's brilliant.org.
Whoa.
Brilliant has thousands.
Let's go! Now! 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 Go, go!
Daniel's sister then calls 911 and can be heard describing the scene.
The car is a white. It's a white Grand Cherokee. My kids are here.
What follows is a major response from law enforcement, and most of it is caught on ring cam.
Who's down with it? Sheriff Watt! Sheriff Watt! Show me your hands! On the ground, on the ground! Face down, on the ground! Face down! Face down! You're taking clear!
Hey guys, nice and easy.
Sheriff Watt! Sheriff Watt! Show me your hands! On the ground, on the ground! On the ground! Face down, okay? Face down.
Hold stuff on this corner. I got a revolver on the ground here. Hold that.
Other video shows first responders working from a different angle.
You guys are coming over here. disgraziato bastardo.
Daniel, his pregnant fiance, his sister, her 2 daughters, and both of Daniel's parents. In this video, you can hear Daniel's father yelling to first responders.
He's in the Florida. Right now he's in the Florida. He's supposed to shout it. You need to tapalanza for my boy. I'm his father. He's in the Florida right now. They shot in the leg. That mother... Don't fight it. Lock it up with this son of a here. You don't the festa here. Why aren't you coming over here? My son is in the floor.
Ma che cazzo vuoi? Daniela va a tirare fuori. Mamma. Rido è.
Around this time, we see Daniel's parents leave their home with their hands up.
Okay, my mother and father come out now. Can I come out with my children?
Dimmi io senza burro, ma sono frecce. Hands off, hands off. Bisogna mandare una ruota.
Okay, is that okay?
You got 3 going down. Hang on, Rod. You want to go down off the porch? You got 3 going down. Hang on, Rod. You want to go down some? Sure. All right. How's that? Okay. All right, I'm going to take him straight off the porch, guys. Hold up. All right. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, I'm home. You're rolled. Go ahead. All right. We're going to have to 4-foot him. We got to take him all the way down the driveway. He's still in there.
During all this, investigators discuss the scene and possible evidence.
Yeah, we're good. Let them know over the air that the house is secure. Please.
I think the shooting happened right here. Don't see a shell. I got a pistol.
Yeah, there's a couple more guns in the house.
They even discuss the Ring doorbell video we're showing you right now.
I didn't notice for any. I didn't see any cameras. They got a Ring doorbell right here I'm looking at, but I didn't see anything else. So
this is also something Matthew discusses during his police interview.
Also the cameras.
Okay, there you go. Beautiful. We got cameras. He's got cameras? Does he?
I can't tell you all that.
Well, I hope he does. You better, you'll look for those, correct?
We gather all the facts.
Okay, good.
Everybody's got a story, right, to tell.
I hope he's got cameras.
Throughout the interview, Matthew maintains he did not kill his wife and that he didn't go to Daniel's home planning for a shootout.
Let's be honest here for a second, Matt. Like, you're pissed.
No.
You weren't mad. Some guy's boinking your wife.
Detective.
And you're not mad about it?
I've known about this for 6.5 years.
Right.
I was mad.
And you were told it was cut off, right?
No.
And then today you're told it's not cut off.
45 days ago I was told it's not cut off.
45 days ago.
Correct.
But then today you said the conversation took place between you guys. How you never, she never ended it. But she never ended it, right?
Right.
You're a man. I'm a man. I've been cheated on before. You can't tell me that you weren't pissed.
6.5 years ago I was.
But you're saying today you weren't mad at all.
No, not at all.
So you're just cool hand, Luke. We're gonna get in the car. Yep, let's drive up there, and just tell them it's over.
I got your back.
In person. Yep. That makes sense to you?
That's the truth.
That's the truth.
Yes.
That's what you're going to settle on, is that I'm fine, I'm not upset, I'm taking my gun with my extra magazine, we're going to drive. up to the guy's house. I'm not mad at all.
Yeah, I'll be taking mine.
And he's just everything's gonna get broke off, and we're all set. That's the truth.
That's the truth.
Okay. I don't think it's the truth. I think you were upset. I think you were mad that this wasn't cut off the way you asked for it to be cut off. And I think anybody could believe that. Anybody could understand how you feel. But try to explain to people that you're not mad about this, I just don't see it.
Ultimately, it was Matthew who was charged and later found guilty of voluntary manslaughter, assault with intent to murder, and 3 counts of felony firearm. He's been sentenced to 86 months to 15 years in prison. Reporting for Law and Crime, I'm Sierra.
Should I pulled up like that? Yeah. Thank you. Like, subscribe. More videos to come.